Guys, please don't forget to subscribe on the channel of Wealth Munshi. Click on the bell icon and get the latest updates.
So friends, last video we talked about your resources, and with the first part of that was your top 5 most popular investments which you have in your portfolio. This video we're going to talk about assets. Now what is basically an asset? Asset is something which you can bank upon whenever you need money, or it works towards a specific goal available at the right point of time. It could be any asset which could be easily encashable. There are different kinds of assets which are there in the portfolio. Physical kind of assets, digital kind of assets, financial assets, then there are intangible assets, there are business assets, and there are a lot of emotional assets. Most importantly, most of the assets what we own are very important to make sure that this goes in the right hand to the next generation. A lot of time, our lifetime goes in accumulating assets, but are you sure that this money is going to go to the right people? Will there be any legal tussle after you? Will there be any challenges in your siblings? Will the money be rightly without any legal hassles, tax authorities or any other person claiming for it, go very respectfully, easily, comfortably, smoothly to your next generation? If not, you need to have a succession plan done. Succession plan also works in various parameters. Before that, let me talk to you about something which is physical, financial, digital, intangible, and business assets. Physical asset is something like your land, property which you own, which is something which is there for you, for yourself and for your family without any loans or liabilities on it. Second kind of asset are financial assets. It could be a fixed deposit, it could be your insurance, it could be your PF, your NSCs, or other investments. Third is your digital assets. Nowadays, after COVID, everything has become digital. Most of our transactions with our clients happen digitally. Today, everything is digital, and we look forward to see this happening more in the future. So make sure all your digital assets like your password, your mobile, your bank account details, your soft copies of insurance, mutual funds, everything is available online. And lastly but not the least, make sure all your intangible assets are also well in terms of nomination, well in terms of will and succession plan. Now there are two kinds of assets. One is an appreciating asset, one is a depreciating asset. Appreciating asset is something which you invest money and it grows over a period of time. A depreciating asset is something like a car which you buy and every year the value of it keeps going down. So there are a lot of options which are available in the market. It's always good that you invest in options which make your asset or make your investment, make your money grow or appreciate over a period of time and at least beats inflation on a long term. So making sure all your assets are in place, we have a certain kind of process we follow. Starting from subscription, going to the 8th level where basically we help you invest and implement all your investments. We also give you a digital locker. A digital locker is something which is very important for us to have to make sure that all your documents are there in one place. We had an incident when one of our investors, he was living in the US and he at night gave me a call at 2:47 and he said, I need urgent help. And I said, what is that you need? He said, I've lost my purse and all my important documents have been in that in original format. Now the challenge is that today he had a digital locker account. I clearly told him that I'll give you a call next day in the morning and help you out. I helped him out getting logged into the digital locker where he had saved, uploaded all his documents and he could get all the documents as a soft copy and as a backup, which easily helped him make a new one. So it's always good for you to realize that you need to have all your documents saved at one place digitally. Our digital locker helps you get that thing done. Some more examples have been like a lot of times when our new subscribers come, they take a lot of time for them to allocate all the documents to get the processing of the investment. It could be a PAN card or an Aadhaar, it could be a passport copy or a photograph. So we always from the scratch one make sure that the clients, investors have all the documents uploaded at one place, which also helps our team to access the documents very safely, securely At the same point of time, make sure that all of their documents are systematically saved over a period of time. Third kind of example which we have noticed that a lot of times, especially the bachelors, when they open bank accounts, they just open it in a hurry. They do not have a nomination, they do not have anyone beneficiary mentioned in it. We had a certain case where one of the investors who was working for a company as Nalco Industries, he, by an untoward event had an eventuality and he was no more. His parents didn't have a clue where the investments were. Parents were all staying in Coimbatore and they didn't have any clue. And he did not have any place where he had all the investments parked, saved, or had been, policy-wise or number-wise or fixed deposit number or the bank account number, the PAN card, everything saved. So a digital account helped them access that and also get all the investments soft copy with their copies, their numbers, their details, with exact person to contact, etc., which was very helpful, because otherwise for the old parents, for a bachelor, it would have been very challenging. Fourth kind of incidents we have been through is that a lot of investors, they do not share a lot of information with their spouse, and it's very challenging. It's very, very difficult that in case of an eventuality happens, the spouse doesn't have a clue. She doesn't know where the money is, where it is invested, what are the kind of portfolio her husband has, because she's generally busy with the house, the kids, their education, so on and so forth. So again, the digital locker is helpful. But more than that, you have to start making a will, a succession plan, or a letter of guardianship or a trust to make sure that all your money, whatever you invested, goes in the right hand. We have seen the best of the families. You yourself know in India, some of the biggest families, brothers, siblings have fought for the legacy, fought for the business houses. And it's very important for us to know if it's 50,000 crore or 5 crores or 50 lakhs, there could be a challenge for your family also. Before there is a situation, maybe COVID has a lot of people realize that they need to have a will or an asset or a ledger of guardianship or a power of attorney made. It is important for you also to realize and get the things in place. For more details, we have a checklist. The checklist gives you an entire understanding towards how you need to make your things in place to make sure that all your assets, all your investments go in the right way to your next generation. So last is the action plan. Now, action plan basically makes that you need to be clear what you need to do, because will is different, trust is different, letter of guardianship is different, power of attorney is different, and a special child trust is different. A will primarily helps you make sure that whatever investments you've done goes in the right hands, which is not much of deliberation. Business and succession plan is basically where you make sure that all your businesses, all your investments, especially in your company, goes in the right way smoothly to your next generation. A letter of guardianship is something where if a married couple is there and the kids are below 18, they are minor, in case of an eventuality to both of them or one of them, how the money will be handed over to their kids when they become agents. A power of attorney is basically where you authorize the person to take financial decisions in case you are incapacitated, in case of any kind of permanent or total disability. And lastly but not the least is a special child trust. A special child trust is something where you make a trust for your brother or for your sibling or anyone who is mentally or physically not able, so that in case the second sibling tomorrow has a challenge, the money should be in the right hand very safely for him to take care of himself. These are some of the important points. There are more points which we'll discuss about in detail in case you want to. And for more details, you can always contact us, or you can go to our website wealthmunchi.com and chat with us on the chat box. Thank you so much.